Ooh. You know, I think I need to take Billy out of the intro because then people might think I'm in love with him or something. I mean, he's my friend, but anyway, hi. How's it going? It's over to 42. It's time for the show. It's time for the show. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. But look, we've got people in here already. We've got first off Ninjinzu coming in hot. And then TL Edits with the first like. Now, this was before I even started. So I hope your like is worthy because it's kind of like why would you like something before you see it? But then again, I do that with some YouTubers, when I watch the video, I hit play and then I hit like. That's just the way it goes. So I appreciate that. Thank you. We've got Ricky in here. We've got Rufus the Red. Thank you, Rufus. We shouldn't have any ads now. Thanks to Rufus the Red. I totally missed that little checkbox that says, hey, run your own ads. I didn't realize. So I apologize for that. From here on out, that's the way it's going to be. And yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. But Cosma is in here and he wants to know if I'm getting a haircut for a trim or cut it like Adventures in Game Chasing. I'm not going to shave my head again. There's two things that are never going to happen again. I'm never going to shave my head again, and I'm never going to grow my hair out again. It's just the way it is. So it's going to be something like this, but it's getting way too long. And as I was doing my hair, I was like, this is getting annoying. I don't know. It was just a thing I thought, and I put it on there because I was thinking about it. But anyway, lemon crisp Kit Kat. That sounds good. And wife tells me it tastes like lemon Oreos. Me, it tastes like a Kit Kat. Remove the chocolate, add a lemon cream. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. Falcro is in here. Robert Rivera, welcome. Good to see you both. I mean, hey, hey, that's a thing. You see notification, I click. Ninjinzu, thank you. And Bucho. I mean, everybody knows Oops. What the heck? Did I take Bucho? Oh no, I hit the wrong button. There's Bucho. But hi, Bucho. How's it going? You deserve auto likes. Oh, thanks, Rufus. I appreciate that. The 6th like, hey, we're up to 7. So that's good. That's a good thing. At least I have hair. That's true. So sexy to sexier. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know. Carbonite. Welcome, sir. Good to see you guys. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? You guys doing well? I'll tell you this. I've spent some money this week. So here's the thing. My wife and I have a deal. I've talked about this before. We get an allowance, right? And of course, the Steam Deck cut into my allowance for a few months, right? But next month's my birthday. So I get birthday money. I ordered some movies. They're on the way, and I'm excited. So, cheers. That buzz cut life feels so good, though. Bucho, you're not wrong. I love it, but no one else does. My wife doesn't like it. Other people... See, I shaved my head when I was sick. So, people equate shaved head Rob with sick Rob. And, I mean, I get that, but I was like, but it was so nice. I could just... When I take a shower, I just rub it down a little bit, and I go on with my day. It was awesome. It was awesome. Good to see you too, Falcro. I came across those pictures every now and then. They make me smile. So yeah. What day? Mine's the 15th. I'm the 30th. March 30th. So yeah. Just squeak right in there. March. But yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. But yeah, I bought some movies. Of course, I pre-ordered I pre-ordered all the James Cameron movies coming in mid-March. I got another movie that will remain nameless because I don't actually remember the actual name of it. But that one will be kind of a surprise. It's a weird one. It's one that I've seen bits and pieces of, and I've been looking out for it. And then when I did some research, I was like, oh, they did a 4K release of this. I must watch it. I must buy this. I spent way too much on it. So here's the weird thing. I've been kind of toying with the idea of getting the Gotcha Man Blu-ray set. You remember Gotcha Man? Battle of the Planets? But this is the original. G-Force. Remember G-Force? Remember the cartoon G-Force? Anyway, Gotcha Man. It's like a $76 set, and it has like all the original Japanese stuff. And for some reason, I'm like, I don't know. I paid $60 for this one movie that I barely remember. So it's weird. It's weird how I make those decisions. So anyway. Shorter hair and much cooler in Texas heat also. Oscar, hi. And you're absolutely right. And Ted is here. Welcome, Ted. Good to see you. Good to see you. And by the way, if you watched my Dune review, my non-spoiler Dune review, I appreciate it because that video has done better than any video in months. So, and I mean, again, I look at that and I go, man, that's doing really well. And then of course I look at other Dune reviews and I'm like, I'm like at the bottom. But hey, you know, like I think Jeremy John's got like 600,000 views and I got 1,000 and I'm like ecstatic, you know what I mean? So it's a weird thing. But hey, I'm a small channel. You know, that's the way it goes. And apparently only 13 people from my subscriber feed actually click the video. So I'm just kidding. You guys don't have to. You guys, look, you guys watch what you want to watch. Okay? But it made me feel good. It made me feel good to wake up this morning and go, oh, it's 1,000 views. Sweet. It's kind of cool. So yeah, Dune Part 2. By the way, I didn't show this off during the video, but I got these cool posters filmed for IMAX. I'm just going to tell you, okay? If you're going to see Dune Part 2 and you are in the vicinity of an IMAX theater, it's worth it. Trust me. It is worth, like for me, I had to drive, it's like 35 minutes from my house, something like that. It's actually where I saw Kantara, but it's basically, like I said, it's a drive. It's, 35 minutes away. Totally worth it. It's better than the Cinemark XD theater that's kind of nearby. It's better than any theater. Experience-wise, it was the best. It was the best. But I will also say that, their seats weren't as good. But yeah. Yeah, awesome. Trust me, it's worth it. It looks insanely good. So there you go. There you go. Let's see. You were the 7th, Cosmo? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You were the one that didn't follow chat. That's Rob's job. Yeah, exactly. It is my job. And I miss sometimes. But, I figure if you guys are going to take the time to come in here and chat, I'd at least read your message. I try to. But, if we get much bigger, it's going to be tough to do that. We might have to do the whole thing that every other live show does that I watch, where it's like, you want to talk directly to the streamer, you got to give some money. And it's like, it just makes me not want to chat at all. But I get it. I mean, they have like 1,000 people watching them. So it's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. The hamster movie or guinea pigs? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Ninjinzu. And Shozama is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Alejandro Marquez, welcome. Welcome. Ready for those fire takes on the movie industry, consumer and business alike? I mean, I do have a thing that I do want to talk about the industry in general, but that's if we get to it. Because you know how we do. You know how we do here. I get to chatting, and then next thing I know, it's like, oh, I gotta get through the stuff. I gotta get through my news, or I'm not gonna be able to finish. Not finish, but you get what I'm saying. I rather have long hair with heat over short hair. Waiting to watch after I watch it. So Shozama, I totally understand. And I'm not gonna hashtag no spoilers. I am gonna put out a video. I think I'm gonna put out a video on Friday. That's a spoiler video. Because there's gonna be people that, watch it Thursday night and they're gonna be like looking for videos. I figure, hey, put it out Friday, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. There's absolutely, look, I don't judge. You don't want to watch it right now. I get it. People not watching reviews until after you've seen it, totally get it. I did the exact same thing. I watched one review. 1.5. I watched Christian Harloff's out of the theater reaction, which was 2 minutes. I figured he's just going to say he likes it or he doesn't like it. And it was good. He loved it. And then the second one was Dan Morrell. And just because I know he doesn't spoil anything, Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman have both spoiled things for me in the past. So I just let them just go on by. But I watched Dan Morrell's. And then it was just kind of funny that I won't say anything. I won't say anything about anything. In fact, I stopped watching trailers after the first one because I didn't want to know anything else. It's also why I didn't show any trailer footage in my review. because I think that there's some things that I'm just glad that I wasn't spoiled on that stuff. I saw one trailer and I was like, you know what? I don't need anything else because I'm gonna go watch this movie regardless. So there's no need. There's no need to watch anything else. YouTube gave me no notification, so I didn't know you uploaded. Well, TL, it's okay. It's all right. Bucho says I've somehow avoided Dune reviews for 7 days, so I'm not going near any of them until after I see it on Saturday. Bucho, we need your review. This world needs your review. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's the way it is. Which will be my first stop after I see it, obviously. Okay, Bucho, I appreciate that. But again, the non-spoiler review is, it's basically just me saying go see it in IMAX. If you have the ability to see it in IMAX, go see it in IMAX and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm planning on seeing at least one more time. I loved it. I loved it. I watched your Dune 2 review, but didn't leave a comment. Well, Carbonite, that's okay. That's okay. Especially if you haven't seen it, you know? It's kind of like, oh, I'm really, like, a couple of people were like, oh, I've got my tickets. I'm super excited. I'm like, yeah, go. IMAX is about 10 minutes or less for me. I saw Dune 1 in IMAX during initial release. I did not see Dune 1 in the theater. I saw it premiering. Here's how much of a movie dork I am. I've told this story before. It's not really a story, but I've said this before. I was so excited for Dune because I loved Blade Runner 2049. And I looked at the trailers. So I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And I knew that I wasn't going to go to the theater because of, you know, the whole thing that was going on that affected the whole world. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so I watched it immediately after it went live on HBO Max at the time. Freaking loud. It was awesome. But I also bought 2 tickets because I was like, I want to support the movie. So there you go. There you go. Most excited to see Dune, Civil War, a very close second. Good movies ahead. Yeah, that Civil War, man. I was talking to Leon about that the other day. It's like, it looks really good. Oh, Christian, hello. Welcome. I didn't see you there. And Melvor. Spoiling movies for people is fun. No, I hate it. I hate it. That's one of those things that's just, it's just like, you know, why would you intentionally ruin someone else's fun? Like, I don't know. Fake spoiling a movie is fun. Like, I think I've told this story before too, but it was before Jurassic Park came out. And I had the paperback for Jurassic Park, read through it and enjoyed it, right? And I let one of my friends borrow it. And so he's reading it, and he said, I was like, hey, how you liking Jurassic Park? And he's like, yeah, it's really cool. And I said, how far along are you? And I said, oh, about halfway. And I said, oh, okay, then yeah. Look, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I lost interest after the kids died. You know, it just really ruined things for me a little bit, you know. And he, you could see his face be like, damn it. And I'm like, what? And he goes, I hadn't gotten to that part yet. And I'm like, wait a minute, are you sure? Really? And he goes, yeah, dude, yeah. And I'm like, man, dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that was I thought you were further along. And he was like getting angry. And then I went, dude, I'm just kidding. But you know, like I played it like I don't know, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I liked it. I thought it was funny. And then he goes, okay, that's pretty good. And I was like, all right. G-Force movie. There's a G-Force movie? I'm sure there is. There's probably, I mean, it's just like the space battleship Yamato, I'm sorry. Nobody yell at me. Star Blazers for the US people. their remake, or I guess their remake series, yeah, they did a movie too. And I haven't seen the movie, but I watched, what is it, 2199? And then the second season, completely lost interest. It's slow, and from what I've read, a lot of people don't like the second season, so I just said, eh. But Civil War, man, seriously. Civil War is one of those movies where it's like, it's just a little too close to home, you know? And I'm not a super political person. So it looks like an uncomfortable watch for me. But what sucks is that I kind of want to see it. You know, I think it looks really good. Like it looks very well done, but it's just like, I don't know. Game Dave and Cinema Insomnia, pretty good about reading the chat. Maybe something to look at chat near the camera. It's right there. The camera's right there. I mean, I could move this up here, but then I can't see my stats. It's okay. I'm fine with it. If you guys are fine with it, I'm fine with it. I've already got my Dune 2 seats. I think I'm going to see it this weekend. But yeah, anyway, I didn't understand the first one at all. The weird thing is, I will just say, the second one helps contextualize the first movie. So, yeah, I'm excited. The stains become a warning. Nerd alert. What? What? You miss Star Wars? I miss seeing Star Wars in the theater. I mean, I do. I mean, even the lackluster ones, it's still fun to go to a theater and be in the theater with a bunch of people, like-minded people who want to see this movie, you know? I don't know. I say, wait. When I saw Dune 1, it was maybe 4 to 5 people in the theater opening weekend, and 2 of them were me and my buddy. Yeah, see, I probably could have gone, but, you know, I didn't want to take any chances. I mean, me being immunocompromised and all that stuff was not the most intelligent thing. I mean, I wasn't even going to the grocery store. So, yeah. I'm not going to intentionally put myself in a thing where I'm in a closed space with other people for, almost 3 hours. I just didn't make sense to me. Rob, you were there. Who farted at the antique store? Jay, Billy, or Chris? Well, here's the thing. There were multiple farts at multiple times. So, yeah, that's just the thing. And I actually, I guess it's in the deleted scenes, which I don't know if he ever put stuff, but there was a thing where I demonstrated how such a thing could have happened. And I blew a vape and then walked through it, and you can see the vape go and follow me. And I was like, I'm just saying, it is possible. So you spoiled it for him that the kids lived. Yeah, but I figured that wasn't a big deal. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? G-Force, the guinea pig movie you have reviewed on one of your shorts. Oh, yes, Ninjinzu. I have never seen that. Not that G-Force. We're talking about, let's see. I mean, you may just be playing around. But yeah. Science Ninja Team Gotcha Man. Yeah, these guys. Yeah. And that image is on the Blu-ray. It's like a wraparound. Awesome. But, I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I probably should. It should be an uncomfortable watch. Oh, Civil War. Yes. I mean, I get what you're saying, but yeah, it's just, that's not entertainment for me right now, and especially with other people. And I don't want to be in a theater with people who get a kick out of, I have a feeling that there's okay, give you an example. A perfect example. Scarface. Al Pacino, Scarface. It's literally a story about a gangster and his fall and how everything goes wrong for him. And yet, a lot of people out there look at that as, yeah, I want to be Scarface. Really? You want to go out that way? Really? That's what you want? They completely missed the point of the movie. I don't think Civil War is going to be one of these that, hey, maybe a civil war in America this day and age would be awesome. But there's going to be people who watch that, and that's going to be their takeaway. I don't want to be around those people. I just don't. It's a choice. It's a choice I'm making. But yeah, you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I don't want people getting the wrong idea about what that movie's about. And I have a feeling like they're going to be looking at it as, oh, that's a good idea. We should do that. Instead of, wow, this is a terrible thing. And if you love the country that you live in, you should try to protect it. But hashtag no politics. There we go. How much have I liked Alex Garland's other films? Good to great. I own Annihilation. No, I don't own Ex Machina. I enjoyed Ex Machina quite a bit. But yeah, I really liked Annihilation. I thought it was good. There's a couple, I know there's a few that I haven't seen, but yeah, it's not anything except the subject matter is something that makes me uncomfortable. So, too close to home, like it could happen for real, or it is set in your area. Okay, so in the trailer, Jesse Plemons, right? Fantastic actor, has a situation where he's talking with somebody, and he says, and they're like, yeah, we're American. And he goes, what kind of American are you? I've heard people say stuff like that live. Not that, because of course that hasn't happened yet. But I've heard that kind of idea, that kind of talk from people in real life. And it makes me uncomfortable, period. And it's just, I mean, seriously, Phil, when Leon was here, there were times when he felt it. He felt the like, this is weird. And I'm like, yeah, it's weird. But luckily, nothing happened. But it's just one of those things. You finally fixed your name. Well, Gamer Tamer 360. Timely name with the hit system, the 360. Or is it 360 as in 360 headshot? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. The Beach was okay by Garland. Did he direct that? I thought he shot that. I thought he was shooting that, and that's a Danny Boyle movie. I'm not sure. Let's see. Wait. Oh, gosh. 2026 got a new Star Wars. Don't see them getting one out in 2025 now with all the delays for Mando and Grogu. Yeah, and apparently they're shooting that in California, which means a lot of volume work, I would think. So that's going to be interesting. I voted for mango sweet tea. I don't know what that was about, but have you had Taco Bell's brisk mango fiesta? No, I have not. I usually don't get the drinks. By the way, we should go over what this is for vaping. We got flavors on the docket here. We've got gourmet cannoli drizzled in blackberry jam. It's called Event Horizon, which is kind of a cool name. You gotta say. Number 2, and winning right now with 42% of the vote, mango raspberry iced tea. And I guess in second place right now, this is one of, again, this is a juice line by Grim Green. I'm not promoting it or anything like that. But this one is his favorite. And I've kind of been holding it back. And it's the first week that it has been on the chopping block. But white chocolate peanut butter sugar cookies, I figured we'd give it a shot. You know, we'll just see. We'll see who wins. And I'm actually kind of glad that the mango raspberry iced tea is, because I kind of want to say, have you ever been attacked by a burp? That's what that felt like. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to try the mango raspberry iced tea. But yeah. Currently pulling an all-nighter because I basically worked nonstop on making music the past couple of days, so I basically need to fix my sleep schedule. Man, I hate that. I hate that. So we're going with JFK with this one. A second farter on the grassy knoll? Possibly. Possibly. Look, I don't want to ruin it just in case there's more to this story, depending on what's edited and how he's going to edit things. But there's, yeah. Like I said, it's like this. You see how that just followed as I just moved my hand by? That's what gaseous things do. So, there you go. Never seen Gotcha Man. Yeah, I've only seen the American version, and apparently the Japanese version of the show is completely different, you know? So, yeah. I want to go out like Tony Montana. Tony Montana. Guns blazing like a badass. Nah, no, I don't. I don't want to die, and I don't really want to crime. Look, call me a you know, whatever you want. You know, call me a big wuss. But no, I don't want to cause the crime. I don't want to sell drugs. I don't want to shoot things. I just, no. A civil war for real in America wouldn't be much of a war. It won't happen. I mean, I hope so. Again, it's Phil, you have a perspective on that. I have a different perspective. A perspective of seeing and hearing from people that actually believe that that is the right course of action. And when you hear those things, and when you see a movie being made about it in an election year where, you know, it's uncomfortable. And for super no politics man, that's a terrible superpower. But yeah, I didn't, yeah. I'll watch it on video. Hopefully the election happens, everything's fine, and we just move on with our lives, and there you go. But and then we can look at that and go, oh, haha, yeah, that's an entertaining movie or whatever. But right now it's like, you know, we want to watch a Bucho movie and at the end be him, Bucho, the Down Under Man. You want to watch a Bucho movie and at the end be him. Okay. You want to be him. All right. Most interested in Horizon and American Saga than Civil War and barely want to see Horizon. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's Horizon is Kevin Costner's new Western. And the trailer premiered the other day, and a bunch of us watched it in the Discord, and we were kind of like, it doesn't, like, there were a lot of people, like on Reddit, people are like, oh man, a Reddit or a Western from, you know, from the, like the 90s. That's what this looks like. This is going to be great. And I'm like, I just was like, I don't care, but we'll see. You know, I like Kevin Costner and I like a lot of his choices directorially. But I also like that it is a two-parter, so there's two different movies, and they're released within like 6 weeks of each other or something. Isn't that what it is? Let's see. Horizon release dates. There it is. Two release dates. June 28th and August 16th. Okay, so yeah, 8 weeks. 7 weeks. 6 weeks. Anyway, they're pretty close to each other. And I think that's pretty cool. I mean, and it could work out. It could work out for him. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm sorry that's happened to my American friends over here in the UK. We have a few which are probably put in and Hamas equals idiots. Yeah. Yeah. Just a few idiots to contend with. I get what you were saying on Civil War, Rob. Thanks. No, yeah. Because, I mean, I remember when the trailer first came out, I'm like, ooh, Alex Garland, Civil War. Let's see this. And I watched the trailer, and the whole time I'm like, ooh, that's a little too real for me. And I was just like, oh, man, it gave me it's weird. It's like gave me the heebie-jeebies. And then Leon sent it over to me and was like, dude, check this out. This looks awesome. And I'm like, no, no. And then when I explained it to him, he's like, okay, I kind of get that. And then him remembering the weird conversations we have with people here. Again, it's not exactly like that, but it's like if you put Texas in a situation where it's Texas against whoever, I can totally see people from Texas talking like that. And it's like, that's uncomfortable to me. So it's probably going to be like the zombie thing, you know? If zombies came to attack or whatever, I'd probably be in the first 10% dead. So it's probably going to be a similar situation if that happens. But let's just hope that doesn't happen, you know? Let's just hope, you know? What oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. Dude, post the music, TL, when you're done, when you're ready to share. Post them in the Discord. I'd love to listen, and I'm sure there's a few other people, at least, that would like to hear what you got going. So do it. If you want. I'm no pressure. But you're pulling an all-nighter too, but that's because I'm at work. Well, Ted, I hope it's okay. The 360 comes from starting to tame gamers on the Xbox 360. You got it. No, I mean I was pretty sure that's what it was from, but you could probably, you could probably switch it around now and just say, yeah, it's because I had 360 no scope, fools in the face, or whatever. I'm way behind again. I crime all the time when I'm racing. You do hookah, but no vaporist. Oh, I understand that. That's fine. You want to go out like they did in Young Guns. No, I don't. I fought really hard to survive. I don't want to go out like that. So, yeah, no. I actually like life. And, yeah. But I get what you're saying, Melvor. Still need to mix and EQ the tracks and have some stuff that needs a lot of fixing. Yeah, I do. That can be a lot of work. Luckily, I was in a situation where a lot of my stuff I could just do. We're going to actually listen to one of my tracks tonight. I mean, it's a short. It's an unfinished piece of music that some of you have probably already heard. But I do want to play it while we're trying the liquids out, So there. Scenario on Modern Warfare 2 is more likely suburban invasion. That's also something that made me uncomfortable. And I quit playing it because I was like, this isn't fun to me. Like, I don't know. Like Grand Theft Auto, I totally understand. It's a complete what do you call it? It's living out someone else's life, a fantasy, whatever you want to say. But like me, when I play a video game, I want to be a good guy. I want to be a hero. I want to save the world. I don't want to carve out a piece of crime-ridden crap in a shitty town. That's not what I aspire to. So it's different for me, I looked up to Luke Skywalker, somebody who's gonna, I didn't look up to Tony Montana. You know what I mean? It's just a difference in what you like in your entertainment. Like I can watch a movie like Scarface and be fine, but when you're doing it, it feels different. It feels icky to me. Same reason why Gears of War. Playing Gears of War, all of it is so depressing. and it's like it's so bleak and depressing that I actually felt my mood was I was depressed. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like this. So I would have to play it in spurts. And when I started feeling myself, and I know that's probably some of you are probably like, what? It's just a video game. What, seriously? But yeah, the mood of that game is so bleak that it just put me in a bad mood. It put me in a dour mood. And I didn't want to be in a bad mood. Playing a video game, I want to do fun things and jump around and be silly and fun and things and stuff and things. I believe a civil war can happen here because it's America. Yeah, we're really, if you think about it, 160 years is not that far away from the last time we did that. So, just saying. Just because we didn't live through it doesn't mean that it's not possible to happen again. And if you look at history, well, how many mistakes have we made over and over and over and over and over again? So, yeah, because people aren't students of history. I can't believe that racism is still a thing. Like, why? But guess what? It is. So it's just a weird thing, man. Boy, that gets me in a loop of talking about all the things that go wrong, and then I could get canceled, I'm a very much a I was going to say libertarian. I'm not a libertarian, but I'm very much, live and let live. And there's a lot of people that all they really want to do is just control what other people do. And I don't like that. I believe in being able to, you want to go smoke? You smoke. You want to drink? Go drink. You want to vape? You should be able to vape. That's what America's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be, as long as you're not hurting anyone else, you should be able to do what you want to do. Highly interested in music production. Yes. I want to see this stuff too. I was stoked when I saw pictures for Horizon, then I was like, yeah, I was too. And it may just be that the trailer was edited kind of like, because how many times has this happened? If you think back, there have been many times when I've seen a trailer and went, and then watched the movie and was like, wow, that was really good. And how many times have you seen a trailer and be like, wow, that looks awesome, and you go see it, it sucks. So it's gone both ways. So you can't judge the way a movie's going to turn out just by the trailer, By the way, before we get too far in, let's just say this. Hey, there's a 24-hour sale, flash sale going on over on criterion.com. If you want some Criterion discs for half off, 50% off all in-stock discs. Hashtag not sponsored, but your boy had to buy some. So I bought some. And I guarantee you, there's no one in the chat that could guess what I bought 3 movies. There's no way that you'll be able to guess 2 of the 3. They're so different, these movies. So there you go. You raise a good point, Rob. Some people could rally behind it, but I have faith in America and its people to sort itself out. Tricky world. I mean, as a whole, I believe that people are good. And I believe that when they're sitting behind their computer screens, they tend to say things that they wouldn't say to a person on the street. But you get enough idiots in the same place at the same time, bad things can happen. So that's just the way it works. And there's no group of people that couldn't be stoked into something like that, Now, it would have to be it would be a very scary thing. That's just all I think. Yeah. But anyway, we're closer than anyone realizes. Yeah. Want to hear a joke? The government is excellent and they use your taxpayer dollars efficiently. Well, yeah. You heard about San Francisco's new law when they're paying criminals $300 a month to not shoot people? That can't be right, right? Stop talking about Civil War and start talking about something cool like Alf. Melvor, if I knew anything about Alf, I would. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know anything about Alf. And I'm way behind. Okay. All started a civil war in 80s MILF's pants. Oh, Alf did. Yeah. What? Another YouTube channel I watched decided to try out anime and started with Neon Genesis. Is it Evangelion, right? That's how you say it? Because he kept hearing everyone sing its praises. After watching, he had to do a video on it, tore it apart. Well, here's the thing, though. I have been watching anime on and off, and there's definitely anime that I respect and I like, and there's definitely anime that's just not for me. It's for a different kind of person that likes weird shit, and it's just not for me. But hey, people like all kinds of weird stuff, Like Pippin. We need to talk about something cool like Pippin. Like Lord of the Rings Pippin? Pippin's pretty cool, actually. I like Pippin. Alf the Alien. I watched Project Alf recently. It sucked. TV show better. What's less threatening? A xenomorph that... Wraith. Hi. Welcome. What's less threatening? A xenomorph that came out of E.T. or one that came out of Alf? What's less threatening? Well, I mean, if you're just talking about subject matter, I would say that Alf is probably the less threatening alien. But I think that E.T., since he says like 7 words in the whole movie, probably less threatening as a whole. But what the hell? I don't know. I love life. It's just boring without crime and guns blazing. Maybe because of the flying, the Alf Xeno would make jokes before slashing you. Possibly. Worse than death. Rob, you're still a good guy in GTA. You don't have to be bad. I mean, I understand that, but it's just everything I've seen, I'm just like, it's just not for me. It's not for me. It's just like there's people that, I don't understand this. There's people that don't like Legend of Zelda. And they're like, no, that game's not for me. That series, the whole series is just not for me. And I'm like, what, really? That's just the way it goes, I like GTA games, but I'd rather play as Batman and beat the tar out of criminals. Oh, I love the Arkham games. I might buy, there's only one game that's Steam Deck verified. And I don't know if I've played it because it's been a long time since I played any of the Arkham games. I kind of want to do that. Want to play a bleak game that will just make you sad? Play Limbo. I actually watched a playthrough of Limbo, and it is sad, but it's sad in a different... It's just a good story, And you're not doing anything bad as a person. There's something about... And I'm not one of those people that think that, video games are ruining our kids and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that. But there is something to be said about, going into an airport, like in Modern Warfare 2, and just laying waste to things. That there's something not right about that, man. It's just, that is uncomfortable. So yeah, that's an older game too. But anyway, honestly, I have a hard time production. Well, not necessarily hard, but it's just that I don't really use any real instruments. So yeah, I mostly use MIDI. Okay. Yeah, see, everything I used was on board my keyboard. And then, of course, I have software that I've never really gotten into. But I could do some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, most of my stuff is I can go in there and tweak it and all that kind of stuff. Or I could. Keyboard's dead. I have some new 4K pickups. The Running Man, Escape from New York, Red Heat, Inspectors Wear Skirts, Split Second. Nice. The Running Man in 4K. Red Heat in 4K. Escape from New York. Wow. During an interview, Josh Brolin is playing Peter Dinklage's brother in Brothers. I'm interested in seeing it because their faces do look similar. Okay, that sounds Is it a comedy or is it a drama? Because that sounds awesome. They posted that video in the Discord under anime if anyone is interested. Okay, cool. I will check it out. Robbie loved slaughtering rebels as Darth Vader. All those rebels inspired by Luke Skywalker slaughtered joyously by Rob, but those are like clearly not real. It's when you're in real situations, very real life like situations. And I know there are things about every video game. I mean, probably one of the most realistic shooters of all time, Escape from Tarkov. Anybody played that? Anyway, you heal by just wrapping a bandage around your arm. And then when you're doing surgery, you do surgery. You have like a dead limb and you can do surgery and bring your limbs back to life. PUBG, you drink an energy drink to restore your life bar. Those things are not real. But there's a difference in playing a game like in an absolute fictional world and playing a game where you're in an airport murdering folks. That's completely different. Completely different. I get what you're trying to do, Bucho. You're trying to, as you like to do, you like to poke little holes in my But yeah, come on. Completely different. I would love some Criterion stuff, but I'm buying a Lenovo Legion Go on Friday. Oh, you are you? I'm sure we'll have pictures in the Discord. I'm curious what you're gonna think about it. Like, because anytime you get a new thing, you're like, oh my god, this thing is awesome, and then, then you got to live with it for a while, and then you start to see the cracks in the armor, and you're kind of like, okay, I don't like this thing about it. Like, there's definitely some things about the Steam Deck that I'm like, okay, that's not great. I kind of wish that wasn't the way it is, but I still love it. So I'm kind of curious if you're gonna like it. Libertine. No, I was gonna say libertarian, but I'm not libertarian either. Those guys are almost unrealistic. But anyway, that's politics. I'm looking on that side at the moment. Don't know what to buy. Well, I have many. Depends on what you want. I mean, I have done so many blind buys on like a Criterion sale all the time. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Like, I'll be super cheap and say, I'm not going to buy that movie for $5, but for some reason, I'll buy a movie that I've never seen before for 20 or 25. I don't understand it. But Criterion, man, they're just good. Now, also, you would have to, since you're in the UK, I don't know if they ship to the UK, and some of them are not. Some of them are region locked. Like if it's Blu-ray, it's going to be region locked. But there are ways to get around that. In fact, boutique Blu-rays, I think, Elliot Cohen. Hold on a sec, I'll look it up. What's the dude's name? Is that the guy? Boutique Blu-rays with Elliot Cohen. Yeah. I don't know this guy. I watch his videos. There's his channel. If Phil, if you're interested in Criterion movies that are on Criterion, he's got a ton of recommendations, number one. And number two, there's actually a company in the UK that basically imports all of these Blu-rays and then sells them so that you're not paying those exorbitant shipping prices. So, pretty cool. I wonder if that's anywhere in his. I don't know if he's like, if he has like a affiliation with them, if he makes a little bit of scratch off every movie you buy, but I thought that was pretty cool. Biodome, Transformers, and Famalian. Is it Name 3 Terrible Movies Day? USA is a weird country to me, like as a whole, but now I'm just generalizing something I can't generalize as well. I'm not from USA. Just seems like that from the outside. Can't say from the inside. It's there's so many, and I'm sure there are many different facets to every city, to every state, every little community. It's the same in the US, but there's just, man, here in Texas, it's strange. And the Texans don't like the Californians moving into their state. I'll just say that. So, those who don't like Zelda have no soul. That's how far behind I am? Wow. Arkham Knight is so nice. Dwarf Fortress. I've actually looked at that one. Is that the one? Is it kind of a bullet hell type? Is that what that is? Isn't there like a Dwarf Fortress Survivor or something like that? I looked into it. It's not playable on the Steam Deck. And my PC is old as crap. So, Zelda is so boring. I'm tired of playing as that guy. I'd rather play as the Princess Lady or someone else besides that Zelda guy. Pre-ordered the 4K Steelbook twice. Really? By the way, speaking of The Crow, Zavi has their own version, which I really kind of like. I like it, but I like the Amazon, at least here in the US, I like the Amazon Steelbook better. And this one is for some reason more expensive. And I guess it's maybe because you get a poster and lobby cards, which, you know me, I don't care. But I figured, people should at least know about it. And Zavi is a US and UK company. So if you're interested, there you go. The Crow Steelbook, Zavi exclusive. No one cries for Salacious Crumb. I never really thought about the fact that he was probably dead. But yeah, he's probably dead. Yeah, strange. The Lenovo Legion Go will be my PC for a little while since I'm selling the PC and then I'll get the Steam Deck later. That makes sense. Nobody really felt bad for Stormtroopers dying, but I bet there were people who felt bad when the Rancor died. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Phil. Time Bandits. Time Bandits, and this is the 4K edition. So yeah, it's I like that lenticular. I like that lenticular thing. It's kind of neat. But yeah, it's a nice set. It's got basically just a poster. It's got the Blu-ray and the DVD. Not really reversible, but that's kind of cool. I think Criterion has some of the classiest sets, but there are definitely situations where editions in other countries are just overall better, right? So like, for example, 12 Angry Men, classic movie, amazing movie, right? Criterion has it on Blu-ray. 4K is on Kino Lorber. Kino Lorber has it in 4K, amazing, supposedly an amazing transfer. I'm going to buy it eventually when they have a sale or whatever. But it also includes the remake from the 90s, which is also really good because I've seen both and they're actually both really good. So it's one of those things where, yeah, why buy the Criterion edition of that on Blu-ray when you can get the 4K edition and get a bunch of extras that aren't included on the Criterion? So that's actually one of the things that Elliot Cohen was talking about today for the sale. So there you go. But that Godzilla set is awesome. I'm not even a huge Godzilla fan, but it's awesome. I've seen it. Billy has that, and it's a cool set. I have a way to get items over here in the shape of a friend who's coming over in a month, plus a region-free player. That's smart. Calum. Someone say Famillion. Hey, welcome, Calum. Welcome. Good to see you. We have Criterion over here, Rob. They have a good collection in stores, but at full price. Okay. The food is pretty good here. It is pretty good. I'm going to say it's pretty good. You're talking Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, but that also is good. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you save Familian, you will summon Billy or Caleb. I played UFC 5. It's fine, but Pacific Drive is very good. I saw that Crow, not arsed about the poster and cards. Yeah, see, I'm one of those that I just don't care about the swag. You know? It's just the same as that. I mean, we've talked about it many times. That 7 edition. I love 7. That movie is great. And I want it in 4K. But I'm not going to spend $80 for a 4K disc with a bunch of crap that, honestly, I'm never going to look at again. It's like, do you know how many times I've purchased, they're down there and they're under things. I can't get it. But like how many times I've bought like special editions of games and literally go, oh man, this is really cool. And then never look at them again. And it just takes up space. It's not worth it for me. But hey. Only thing I know about US is that some small town in Texas has a chainsaw wielding man that likes to murder. That is true. That is true. Yeah, Time Bandits is awesome. It's one of those where it's the first movie that I, as a child, I saw Time Bandits. And there was something about Terry Gilliam's style that I just really loved. And then when Criterion started releasing stuff, that Brazil set, the Brazil DVD set, that was I wonder if I can show a picture of it. Because I don't have it. I never bought it. Criterion DVD. Images. Possibly. But it was there you go. Okay, see this one right here? Well, you can't really see it very well, but it's like a big fat set. And for some reason, I was just captivated by the images. I'd never seen the movie, but I wanted that. There you go. I wanted that set so bad. Actually, the one that I saw, maybe the one that I remember, it was like that really cheap Mylar type crap. But there was something about it. I just wanted it. And then learned, oh yeah, it's Terry Gilliam. Of course, I like Terry Gilliam. I love Time Bandits. Brazil is a weird movie. You ever seen that? I own it. I bought it. I bought the 4K. Is it 4K? I can't remember if it's 4K or not. But I bought it, and it's a weird movie, but I like it. I really like it. I also pre-ordered The Crow. So I got some Criterion movies. I got The Crow, and then I got the James Cameron movies. I'd pre-ordered those like a month ago. And then another movie that will remain nameless until it comes in, and then I'll show it off. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those where I'm like, this movie sucks. But anyway, not picking up any Criterion this go around, but I want Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Dazed and Confused. I got the Dazed and Confused in 4K. Man, that looks great, by the way. What a great transfer. So there you go. You also picked up They Live on 4K. And no, I have not seen Godzilla -1, Wraith. I have not. I want to. Badly. And apparently they're not going to release a Blu-ray or 4K or anything until later in the year, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah. They Live. I haven't seen that since the 80s. Have a quick look at Pacific Drive. Worth the small amount they're asking. Good indie game. I've actually seen a playthrough of Pacific Drive. Jacksepticeye has been doing a playthrough of it. Watched it. That's pretty cool. Time Cop, huh? Not a Time Cop fan. Just not a Time Cop fan. But hey, I'm not a Van Damme fan, to be honest with you. And I know I'm going to lose subscribers from that. You might go, hey, Rob, you're a poopy head. And I hate everything about that, what you just said. But I'm just not a Van Damme fan. Just, eh. They messed up by not having a fake Gwyneth Paltrow head in the box for the set. Hashtag spoilers. But yeah. You can just pull it out like Like, remember Clash of the Titans? Not the new one, the old one, like from the early 80s with Harry Hamlin, and he pulls out the Medusa head and it's all like that and it freezes, puts people to stone. Yeah, you could do that with Gwyneth Paltrow, except she's not a Gorgon. What? Time bandits are in your top 3 type of bandits. Yes. Did we all pre-order Abyss and True Lies? And Aliens. Don't forget Aliens. I mean, I don't know. All I know is I want all of those. And from some of the screenshots, I'm a little worried about the way that the AI upscaling, I don't know. But I want them. I want them, and I just want them. And by the way, has anybody seen American Graffiti, the 4K American Graffiti? I've heard a lot of bad things about it. But I'm curious if it's... Because I'm one of those people that think that Blu-ray is fine. Like, really. Like, fine. For most movies, Blu-ray is perfectly fine. Because once you're in the movie, you're not thinking about how clear something is or whatever. But for most movies, I would say non-blockbuster type movies, as in big movies, not blockbuster movies. Blu-ray is just fine. Most romantic comedies, most dramas, they don't need 4K. Now, is it nice to have 4K? Of course. But it's one of those things that once you're watching the movie, you just get into the movie. Like, I remember it was just a couple of months ago. I pulled up I have a bunch of my collection. I ripped them and then converted them to MP4 so that I could watch them off of this big fat hard drive I have here. I can watch them on the Apple TV in the living room, right? Just like a Plex thing or anything, but this is through Apple stuff. It just allows you to do that. Anyway, I was watching a DVD, not only a DVD, but a DVD or 480p conversion that I did on my 4K TV, and it looked awesome. It was a James Bond movie. And I'm like, dude, this is perfectly watchable. We get so hung up on the numbers, and then we forget that, you just get into the movie, just enjoy the movie, So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious if when it comes to Abyss, True Lies, Aliens, all of the hubbub, will be one of those things where you're like, it's not that big of a deal, What is this? Oh, we don't want to watch that. I forgot that was still there. This is what I meant to click on. Hashtag stay hydrated. Yeah. Honestly, I can't watch a movie with a bad soundtrack. Like, a bad soundtrack makes the movie bad. TL, I'm right there with you. Again, I've said this before. It ticks people off when I say it, but I think Rogue One is a lesser movie because I can hear that Michael Giacchino was rushed on that score. I don't like the score. The score takes me out of the movie multiple times because it sounds bad. Now, there are some tracks that sound fine, and they actually sound like they fit in with the Star Wars universe. But I think the score on that is terrible. And I also think that the score for Solo is so much better. Even though I think thematically, musically, it doesn't really fit in with John Williams as well as some of the themes from Rogue One do, if that makes sense. But man, it sounds so much better. It's a more enjoyable film because I feel like the score is he had more time. He had more time to work on that score. And the thing is I like Michael Giacchino on almost everything he's done. I think he's more than competent. He's actually an excellent composer. He didn't have the time, and it sounds like it. So, Rogue One, it takes me out every time. Godzilla -1 is worth the wait. Okay. Wet Bandits are in my top 3 of Bandit. Cosma, Getting a little and also there's Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit. You know, I don't remember ever seeing those movies, and I was always confused. I'm like, Smokey and the Bandit, and then it shows Burt Reynolds and Sally Field. Is one of them Smokey and one of them the Bandit? Or is it Smokey? Is it somebody that just smokes? I never knew because I never saw the movie. So there you go. I've seen bits and pieces. I mean, I'm not crazy, but rest in peace, Roddy Piper. He came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and he was all out of gum. And I'm all out of gum. Yeah. It's fun. They Live is a fun movie. Still holding on to your Alien anthology set? I mean, me too. I don't have the quadrilogy anymore. I think I sold that off. But I still have my anthology set. But I've got Alien in 4K, and I'm going to have Aliens in 4K. I'm excited. So, yeah. In the UK, there's an argument with Cameron and people who give out age certificates. They want him to remove the rat drowning scene. But the rat survived. Because that's real technology, apparently. Cameron is refusing to do so, so it's a delayed release. A DVD? The Numbers Mason. What is that? The Car is Bandit. I thought Smokey and the Bandit was about bears. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. Well, didn't the BBFC do something with Mary Poppins recently? Right? Didn't I hear something about that? I mean, it's that's one of those things that's a little like, I'll give you an example. You saying at having a thing, and I don't know who did it, if it was the BBFC or if it was BFI. I think it was BFI, right? That put like some text before their screenings of Bond movies saying, "Hey, these are basically a relic of their time, and there's some racial stuff in here, and there's some sexist stuff in here." So yeah, I don't have no problem with that, but like, I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. Like, the James Bond thing doesn't bother me. A message at the beginning saying, "Hey, this is a relic of its time. It's a movie of its time, and that there are going to be things that if this movie were released today, there would be some issues. We're not saying that these issues are okay or these things are good. We're just preserving the film as it was originally shown." And I'm like, cool. I'd rather have that than them try to take out scenes, you know? But smocky is a term for police, I believe. I could talk about music scores all day. It's a pretty cool thing, and I'm like super into it. My favorite composer is Tom Holkenborg. Tom Holkenborg. Oh, Junkie XL. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, by the way, hashtag no spoilers for Dune Part 2, right? But they played the Furiosa trailer before. I saw the trailer online and was like, okay, I want to see that. That looks fun. Dude, with that freaking score pumping, it got me excited. I'm like, I want to see that now. Like, I really want to see that. So, yeah, dude. I mean, Alita Battle Angel, 3,000 Years of Longing, Justice League. Well, he helped with Justice League. Mad Max Fury Road. Hell yeah, dude. Junkie XL is awesome. Awesome. I mean, my favorite probably, if I had to pick one, would probably be John Williams. But, I mean, John Williams, Hans Zimmer, Harry Gregson Williams, Thomas Newman. Thomas Newman's awesome. Gosh, Ludwig Göransson? Is that how you say it? Oppenheimer is a fantastic score. There's so many. There's so many great ones. There are some that I'm not a fan of, but if we're going classic, Jerry Goldsmith. Come on. Jerry Goldsmith was good. We talking about Ratatouille? No, Wraith. No. It just seems preachy. What's preachy? Oh, no, I get what you're saying, Caleb. I mean, I get what you're saying. And it's also like there's probably a lot of people that wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't put up the disclaimer. Then you're sitting there watching it going, okay, when's this really offensive thing going to come up? You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but I would rather have that than them take out anything. Yeah, Mary Poppins went from Universal to PG. They say that same warning for Gilligan's Island. People are soft these days. To me, it's. I mean, is it not like, okay, I'm watching an old movie. There might be some stuff that I can't relate to. Like, period. You know, like, isn't that like? Don't you know that already when you're sitting down to watch an older movie? I get that when I'm reading an old book. If I'm reading a book from the 1800s, there are going to be things that are not going to be, good today or whatever. Slapping around women and, you know what I mean? Just like there's all kinds of stuff, right? There's all kinds of things like that are different today than they were back then. Isn't that just like, oh, I thought I was watching something that was safe for everybody. I just don't understand that. I don't think that, I don't know. But again, if you're going to do anything, you can say your piece at the beginning and then move on with our lives and let us enjoy the movie. It's just the kind of the way I look at it. An officer or officers of a state highway patrol, a state police car. Oh, Smokey. Okay. Soon they're going to end at Mad Men for a period piece like Bond movies. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, Cosma. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Yes. Alan Silvestri. Good call. Man, that Predator soundtrack. Dude, James Horner. What's his face? Michael Kamen did some classics, some great movies in the 80s. Who am I thinking of? James Horner. Howard Shore. Lord of the Rings, guys. I mean, come on. Some good stuff. There's so many great composers. But yeah, Alan Silvestri was one for sure. Back to the Future and Predator are two really great soundtracks. Or scores. I like a composer by the name of Klaus Baldet. Don't know his last name, but his scores are good, but in a movie they feel a bit too much in the background. Well, it depends on you could also bring up Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I mean, if we're bringing up composers. Klaus Badelt, German composer, arranger of film scores. $56 old. Worked on Pirates of the Caribbean, The Time Machine, Ballerina, Gladiator, Equilibrium. See, that's the thing, man. There's just so many good ones, My friend really wants my new gaming PC, so I made a deal with him. He's getting me a Series X, $600, and an OLED Switch. He already gave me the cash and the Zelda OLED model. He said he will have the Series X for me this weekend. Nice, dude. End of Time Bandits is messed up. I'm behind watching it and fast forward. It's good. It's a good. But yes, it is. It's evil. Don't touch it. Anyway, sorry. We need a 4K HDR version of Dick Tracy. Not wrong. I was thinking today, I was like, man, why don't we have a 4K of Contact? That's right. Robert Zemeckis, Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. I love that movie. The movie makes me cry almost every time. And you're like, why are you crying? Because I love Carl Sagan. And I love the fact that I was out there. I got to see the Very Large Array. It was awesome. But yeah, that movie means a lot to me. So I want it in 4K. Damn it. Maybe for the 30-year anniversary. So in 2027. Anyway. I feel like the creators are worried they'll have nut jobs coming for their careers over what someone else said in a movie years ago. Nobody needs a warning, but if they don't put one, they'll get hate. I mean, you're not wrong. There's a lot of CYA going on. And you have to think, too, is that there's some of these people are not movie lovers. You know, some of these executives, it's one of the things that I was going to talk about. Some of these executives are not movie lovers. They're they chase algorithms, they chase trends. They try to I don't know. It's not how you that's not how you that's not how you're creative. And one of the things, okay, one of my favorite things, and by favorite, I mean it's the worst things. Some of the worst things that people say is nobody asked for this movie. Really? Because I seem to remember a movie called Star Wars in the late 70s that nobody was asking for. And if you only got what you wanted, there would be very little variety out there. So that is a terrible, terrible piece of logic to use on people's creativity. Screw your, I don't, it's not what I wanted. Well, who gives a shit? I don't care. And guess what? A lot of these writers out there, they don't care either. The directors, you think anybody was dying to see an Oppenheimer 3-hour movie where people just talk? No. And guess what? It's one of the best movies, if not the best movie of the year. I don't know why I'm yelling at you guys. But you get what I'm saying? Screw that. Screw that. When someone says that, you shut them down. And you say, I'm sorry. You be respectful. I'm sorry. But you're absolutely wrong. And you should feel bad. Because nobody asked for The Matrix. People thought when that movie was coming out, people thought it was going to be a flop. Oh, another Keanu movie. Meh. And thought they thought it was going to be a flop. There's so many examples in the world, in the history of movies, where something just comes out of nowhere and it just blows everything wide open. It's just the way it is. And if you can't handle it, stick it. Anyway. But yes, Caleb. Once I get to talk about music, I can't be stopped. Well, I can put a stop to it. I'll just stop talking about it. I'm just kidding, TL. We need a 4K HDR version of Revenge of the Nerds and Police Academy movies. See, Wraith, that's exactly what I was talking about. Those movies, I don't think need 4K. They just don't. I don't think you need 4K versions of those. I mean, an HDR version of Revenge of the Nerds? Really? Like, I don't see the point. I think Blu-rays are just fine. As long as it's a good transfer. Because, just because it got an HD transfer doesn't mean that it's a good transfer. And just because it got a 4K transfer doesn't mean it's a good transfer. You know what I mean? And yeah, Dick Tracy is a cool looking movie. It's not great. It's not the best movie. Because I watched it recently and was kind of like, this is kind of not great. But man, it's fun to look at. And sometimes that's important, there are definitely movies in my favorite movies that are just fun to look at. They're not great movies. Lots of people in the game design business losing their jobs. PlayStation and Supermassive Games. I mean, Phil, it's all over the place. And I mean, just a few weeks ago, Paramount, fired 800 people. So yeah. Got to hear that Blue Oyster Bar song in Dolby Surround sound. Well, I mean, probably can hear it. Maybe we'll get Contact and Dick Tracy in 4K now that Sony will release Disney Fox movies on physical. Contact is Warner Brothers. So, yeah, that's up to Warner Brothers. I was thinking, nah, it's not 20th Century Fox. Dick Tracy is definitely, is that part of the, Dick Tracy, Touchstone? Yeah. A lot of Touchstone movies that Touchstone Pictures, Hollywood Pictures. Yeah, a lot of those it would be nice to get some physical. Yeah, game company's hurting. Nobody asked for fries to be inverted. I'm going to say it. I fucking hate when people are all, no one asked for this, but that shit is so damn annoying. Okay, rant over. Hey, there you go. I can't stand that. I actually like Solo better than Rogue One. Me too. Even though I love Andor, and I think Andor is probably, I would say it's definitely the best thing overall. It's the best live action anything to me since Return of the Jedi, but since maybe Empire. Like, I love Andor. But yeah, I enjoyed Solo a lot. I don't know if this chat is live, but I had to pause the stream. I'm still working, but Xbox is rumored to turn into a Game Pass available on all systems. No more Xbox systems. That's what they've been going for this whole time. If you didn't see the Game Pass writing on the wall back then, well, you know now. They don't care about their hardware sales. They do not care. It's not important to them because there's no money in it. There's no money in console sales. So there's no reason to be, at least from their perspective, they're going to make more money selling Game Pass things than, I mean, like, I'm playing Game Pass on my freaking Steam Deck. That's awesome. There's no reason why they should do that unless you're one of these people. And again, this is my brother here, so I can say this to him. Unless you're one of those people that only buy one competitor because you have somehow, for some reason, absorbed that into your identity, and now you're just an Xbox guy, and now you're angry because all of your Xbox exclusive stuff, right? Now, if you're talking about the sort of thing that I've heard that you've bought into the Xbox system, the Xbox ecosystem for a long, long time, which means you have digital games and all that stuff that you have built into an account, I totally get that. But as soon as Game Pass Ultimate came out, I was like, I remember reading it somewhere that they were like, yeah, this is definitely the writing on the wall, that they do not care if you're playing it on an Xbox, a PC, your browser. They don't care as long as you're on Game Pass. Game Pass is what's important to them. But yeah, can't really blame them after Johnny Mnemonic. No, absolutely, Wraith. The Matrix was definitely one of those movies where it didn't have a whole lot going for it. But again, it came out, and it, as you remember, if you'll remember, there were tons and tons of different, it set trends, and it changed things. It changed the way that people looked at, like the bullet time stuff. And I mean, there was just, and nobody asked for it. And if you just did what the people wanted, there would be a lot of people that would be bored as hell, because guess what? I'm not a lot of those people. People were clamoring for more Transformers movies, but you know what? I didn't care. But anyway. We need an extended edition of the Star Wars prequels. There's plenty of, not to go off on this, but there's plenty of fan edits out there that put in a lot of the deleted scenes and stuff and re-edit them. You should look into them. You probably know that, though. Contact and Dick Tracy get 4Ks, and Revenge of the Nerds and Police Academy deserve them too. True, Shozama, but here's my point, is there's only so much a studio would be willing to pay for a remastering, a 4K remastering or whatever, right? And in my opinion, remastering should be for the movies that have a visual oomph to them, Revenge of the Nerds is very 80s in the way that it was shot. Police Academy, the same thing. They're very lackluster when it comes to visual style. Contact and Dick Tracy, I can see those being in 4K because they have style. That's just my point. So if it were me in charge, and I had to choose between those four movies, I would be picking Contact and Dick Tracy. Probably Dick Tracy first, even though I love Contact. Dick Tracy probably deserves that 4K HDR remaster above all those. then it would be Contact, then probably Revenge of the Nerds because it's only one movie. You didn't say the sequels, and then Police Academy. You know what I mean? If there's money left over, there should be a warning at the front of all movies. You may not have asked for this movie, but we decided to make it anyway. Bucho, you have just inspired me. Maybe that should be at the beginning of our movie. Dude, I see that's what? Why didn't that copy? Copy. Can I not copy that? Okay, no. Screw it. Take a screenshot. I love that. Because that's exactly, dude, I love that. That's the best. I don't really remember if Dick Tracy was a great movie because it's been a while, but like you said, it's just so nice to look at. It's a beautiful movie. It's beautifully shot. And it's almost too much to look at. It's like Speed Racer in that way, where it's like, oh God, there's a lot going on. But yeah, Solo is great, especially as a Maul fan. You still haven't seen Solo yet? It's worth it. Game Pass will be on all platforms, but MS controls what's on it. The big exclusives will remain on Xbox. Yeah, exactly. But it's the people that have tied in their, they have purchases left over, like purchases in the Xbox ecosystem that may not go anywhere. Like, I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm talking about the people that have, I'm an Xbox guy, I'm an Android guy. What I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, why? But so many people do that. They like to, it's me against the world. It's us against the world. It's not that difficult. We've got good games. You've got good games. Let's just play games and have fun. But people like those divisions, and I don't agree with that. I love Xbox, and it'll be sad if they stop consoles, but as long as Nintendo stays, that's okay. Love PlayStation as well, but deep down, I'll always be a Nintendo person since Sega's gone. I'm kind of that way too, but then again, I'm very non-committal on any of them. I just want to play good games, and if there's a game that I want to play on that system, then I'm going to buy it. Eventually. Matrix just happened to come out at the right time. Absolutely. It spoke to a lot of people. It spoke to me. What if Sega decided to re-enter the console market and had its own Game Pass with every Sega thing on it? It would fail. Horribly. Sorry, but I think that's just my opinion. I think Sega is great at what they do, and they should put your sights on what you do best. They were never that great with the technology. They came out with, look, that's just my opinion, but I just think it would be a terrible idea. This is horrible, this idea. From what I understand, most game companies lose money making consoles and make it up on games. So basically, Xbox getting rid of the lost profit in their eyes. Absolutely. I've never looked. Is there a 4K HDR collection of the first 6 Star Wars movies? Or are they all separate? Or do they even have 4K HDR? They definitely do. There's many different ways that you can buy them. I don't know if you can buy that Skywalker Saga set. It was an exclusive at Best Buy. It was 9 discs, or it was the 9 movies. But I know you can buy the prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the original trilogy, like, in a set. And I think you can buy them one by one if you want. So there's multiple ways to buy them. I have the Saga set because I had to, even though you guys know what I feel about the sequel trilogy. The problem with fan ads is that they only get the stuff in there that's released. They don't have any other stuff. Well, yeah, but that's the only way that you're going to have an extended version. You can't go back and reshoot something from 25 years ago, which is crazy, right? Phantom Menace came out 25 years ago. Nintendo makes choices that I think are stupid at times, but man, I can never hate Nintendo. Yeah. 4K of No Country for Old Men. That is a visually striking movie. Beautiful cinematography. They need to, Ito Ramos, welcome. They need to remaster Don't Tell Mama the Babysitter's Dead. Who says they haven't? They might have already. I need a new noir black and white detective movie that's like the old 50s and 60s style. Ricky, did you... Okay, so Shazama's been around for a few months. Few months. Did you ever watch that movie Out of the Past that he recommended with Robert Mitchum? If you haven't seen that, you need to watch that one because he recommended it to me and I'm like, Out of the Past, I've never heard of it. Oh, I love Robert Mitchum. Let's see it. Dude, awesome movie. Kirk Douglas, great movie. And that's the thing, man. I'm one of those people that is when I'm kind of like down on movies and I'm kind of like, man, there's just nothing out that I care about. I mean, we've got movies coming out in the theater after Dune that are like, there's some that I'm looking forward to, but most I'm like, I'm going to the shelf. Or, other things. Porn. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Nobody watches that for... Talking about the Lenovo and Steam Deck and such, the Lenovo will be my Windows PC and I'll get another Mac Mini as your main PC. Mac is great. I love it. Sega had my favorite consoles, but they weren't great compared to the competition. However, back in the day, Sega had all the best arcade games. Yeah, that's true. There was definitely good stuff there. Sega Saturn was amazing, making a piece of junk that expensive and releasing it the day it's announced. Hadn't been done before. True. Yeah. A detective movie idea. Pat the NES punk disappears, and our detective is a deaf mute with one eye who is hired by Melvor in a dress, think Mars style, after a notifying saying, #no Pat. I want a burger, but it's 3 a.m. TL? There's very few times that I don't want a burger. Do you ever like I like all kinds of burgers, I like cheap, crappy burgers. I like really nice, beautiful, well-made, beautiful looking burgers. I love smashed flat, but sloppy and gross. And I like ones that are very, almost like, like petite burgers. I love them all. There's not a burger. They're kind of like boobs. Let's be honest, right? Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, do you ever go, I want a Jack in the Box ultimate cheeseburger right now? Most people probably do, right? Do you go, I want I'm not a Big Mac guy, but do you ever go, I want a Big Mac right now? That just sounds awesome. Awesome. Youthful burgers? Is that what I said? No, like little tiny petite burgers that are messy at all. They're just self-contained and they're just nom, nom, nom. You know what I mean? I love all burgers. So, just saying. Never heard of Out of the Past. I'll look it up. Why wouldn't you watch Corn? That's not what I said. In all seriousness, I love the Saturn, but it was overpriced for the games it provided and had awful marketing. I watched Out of the Past since you guys recommended it. It was okay. I'm not big on film noir. Oh, man, I loved it. I loved that movie. There were so many great lines. Loved it. How long before there's an AI powerful enough that you could feed it the prequels and have it actually generate brand new scenes that look and sound legit? I think we're getting close. They need to remaster porn and add the extended fan edits. I'm pretty sure AI is going to... Yeah, it's going to be used for that kind of stuff. Have y'all seen S? No, Ted. Yeah, just have a burger, right? I sold mine for a few years back. Too expensive to collect. To collect for made it not fun anymore. Quarter pounder is better than Big Mac. I agree with you, but there's a lot of people. Boobs are burgers. I wonder if you can AI generate a Game Chasers episode. There's a lot of content, man. You probably could. But hey, it's 8:36, and oh God. We've got a tie? Okay, we have a tie. Are we going to have to end the poll and just rerun it? We're going to have to rerun it, and we're going to have to put a timer on it. Uh, we're gonna have to put a timer on it. We're gonna end the poll. Okay, so Event Horizon is off the table. Delete the whole folder. What? Start a poll. Pick only one. And that's the mango raspberry iced tea. And the white chalk PB sugar cookie. Start. All right. Now we're going to give it 5 minutes. So whichever wins in the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes on the clock. No mixing. Ugh. That would be terrible. Are you kidding me? And I wouldn't want to ruin a perfectly good build. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at how pretty that is. Why would I want to ruin that perfectly nice cotton? Ugh. I wonder if you can say porn fan edits. Reddit is gonna go crazy. I mean, right? AI software is now on your Windows 11. I don't know how to remove it. Gotta say, it was nice to see Chris in that Game Chasers episode. Dude, Chris is a staple, right? Chris is one of the, it's just, I think it's funny because like I don't know who people want more sometimes. Like I see messages about like more Melvor, and then Melvor's in it, and then in the next one, I want more Chris. It's like, I don't know. I just think it's interesting where there's like these guest stars that, they get a lot of attention. All right. So you have 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Get your vote in now. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote. Funky. Okay? It's funky. So really, it's mango, raspberries, iced tea, and white chocolate, peanut butter, sugar cookies. And right now, white chocolate peanut butter sugar cookies in the lead. If you want to vote, go ahead and vote. More Dodongo? Yeah, Dodongo has been. Yeah, we'll see. We'll work on that. I want to see Melvor's updated toy collection. I don't know if he's still here. Melvor, are you still here? Would maybe he would be up for that? I don't know. Vote for Mango Raspberry 2024. Okay, wait a minute. What is going on here? We're tied again? Okay, if we're tied again, I'm just going to pick one. Okay? You crazy bastards. I was surprised when Chris said he sold most of his collection. Yeah, that's a thing. Need another Melvor Dodongo episode? That was one of them. I mean, that's one of my favorites. I laughed so hard when they left a bag and you see them running. Oh, God. If tied again, just flip a coin. I mean, maybe. Do I have any coins in here? I mean, I do up there. Or wait, do I? Do I have anything that could be used as a randomizer? I don't see anything. I don't see anything handy. Flip a DVD case? That seems like that would be a lot. Hold on. Yeah, I have no change up here. I'll get something. If we get to that point, I'll get something. Okay, wait a minute. What the hell? How are you? Okay, are people voting more than once? There's 19 votes. There's 19 votes and only 18 people. I don't know. I don't even understand. Let's see. The guest stars are as important as the host, like Pee-wee's Playhouse. I wonder if AI could be used to extend scenes like the aspect ratio. I mean, possibly. Ooh, that would be interesting. Like, have it, like, take this scene, but pan it 45 degrees to the right. That could be really cool and very interesting what a computer could come up with. Ooh, alternate angles for your favorite movies. That'd be interesting. I don't know if that's a thing. If tied, okay, well, Mango Raspberry Iced Tea is now in the lead with 30. I'm sorry, we have. That's it. 23 votes, which I'm sure some of you are using. Some of you were using multiple accounts. But hey, that's just part of the deal. Mango Raspberry with the win. Melvor said full sprint. He was barely jogging. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Wait. Flip the Tolkien book. No books. 3 a.m. mail-in votes. Yeah, like, do we need a recount here? So Mango Raspberry Iced Tea is the winner, which is, hey, it's fine. It's fine. It lost last week, or last time. Maybe not last week, but the week before. So it'd be great to be able to extend aspect ratio for things like fan edits. Like if you want to make something without black bars, as black bars are not the best to edit with. I would never use multiple counts. Really? Really, Ricky? Really? They have something like that, like asking to extend a picture to generate what would be around the edge of a picture. Yes. Ricky, stop lying. Yeah, Ricky. It's okay. I mean, look. The fact is, we're going to get to the other ones eventually anyway. And it's not like this is like, how dare you? All right. We got to open it up. We got to do the nuck. Okay, just smelling it, it smells amazing. Mostly mango. Nuck. I'm going to reserve judgment, but that did not taste awesome. And here's the thing. So Grim Green, right? What he does typically is he's one of those people that he's very like visual with his descriptions or his, I don't know. It's like, for example, he said that there's a honey flavor, I think it was like a honey flavoring that was out there back in the day that he said it tasted like Band-Aids. And for some reason, once he gets it in his head that this tastes like Band-Aids, it's over, right? And he can't vape it anymore. That nuck tasted like a weird medicine-y. I mean, that was not good. But the thing is, off the nuck is not always indicative of how a thing will taste. Because when you vaporize it, it tastes different. All right. So we get it on, put a little on that coil, put a little bit on that coil, and then gets all sucked in, which I don't know if you can see that. It's really kind of neat the way that these coils work. All right. So this is nicely juiced up. Shit. Go down. Okay. Now we're down. Okay. Okay. I need to apparently lube the O-rings. You can't forget to lube the O-rings. You know what I mean? I mean, it smells really good. It smells like a ripe mango and raspberries. But welcome to F bitches. welcome. I'm not going to say your full name. Maybe later. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to mute my microphone so that I can vape in peace. And while I take a couple of hits on this, we're going to listen to an unfinished track that I wrote a long time ago. It's unfinished. It's basically everything but a melody. There's no melody on top of this. This is literally just the backing for what was going on. But it's you'll hear it. But anyway, so mute now. So it's not weed. No. As you heard, that is an unfinished track that I wrote probably in 1998, 99, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly because all of that information was on that keyboard, which no longer works. I hope I don't set off the alarm. Okay. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good. It's again better when you vape it than not. You know, when you're just knucking it, it tastes strange. It does have a little bit of that cooling thing that happens, you know, with some liquids. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it works here. The weird thing is when you so there's RDAs, right? Where basically you can see the coils. They're directly next to your face. This one, there's a tank and then the coils are like down here, right? So it takes longer for the vapor to get up to your face, right? A lot of times it will be more intense. A vape will be more intense in an RDA, a rebuildable dripping atomizer, than it will be in an RTA, a rebuildable tank atomizer. So right now I'm getting, sometimes when that happens, depending on whatever, some flavors will be more muted or more pronounced. Here I'm getting mostly mango and raspberry and then a little bit of that cooling, you know? It's good. It's good stuff. Rachel, welcome. Good to see you. Hi. I'm sorry I missed it all. It's okay. It's no big deal. I'm getting mostly mango and raspberry. I don't get any tea. I was getting the tea off the Nuck, and it was like, it didn't taste great. But in here, it tastes good. I'll give you an example. About a month and a half ago, you guys chose the tobacco one with tobacco and hazelnut and all that kind of stuff. That is what's in here. And when it was in the RDA, the tobacco was really pronounced. In the tank, it's way down. It's like you turn the volume down on it. So it's just not as intense. So there you go. So yeah. Good choice, guys. Good choice. We have a good vape here. I'm going to stop vaping so it doesn't set off the smoke alarm, because that happens sometimes. So there you go. Yeah. So, okay. So let's get caught up here. Let's see. I would and I did. You did use multiple accounts? I'm not lying. I'm just not telling the truth. I'm suing you. Yeah. The Nuck was not good. You're going to wish it was tied once you try it. I'm actually one of Ricky's alternate accounts. Don't tell them. Suck the Nuck. And F bitches coming in here just starting things up. Working Designs game level vibes. Baseline is... Now here's the weird thing. That baseline doesn't even come through because it goes low, like really low. If you're wearing headphones, you might, like good headphones, you might be able to hear it. My AirPods will not play it, but it sounds awesome on my system in the living room with the subwoofers and all that stuff. It's very, very low. I didn't realize that when I wrote that a lot of those would be unplayable by some speakers. So you may not have heard it because when there's a part where it goes, it's like do 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 do, and then it goes way low. In fact, hold on. When it changes, it goes way down low. So it's going to do it one more time. I don't know if you can hear that, but there you go. Anyway, yeah. Working Designs translates. Do they music? All I'm saying is I didn't vote for Mango Raspberry Tea. Hey, that's fine. But you know what? It's good. I really enjoyed it. So. What? F bitches? You're trying to get my stream claimed? With talks of illicit drugs? But thank you, Ninjinzu. Thank you for the, you like the baseline. Spyrogyra? I think I meant some of the games they ported. Honestly, that TL Edits guy seems weird. I'm wondering if that's your alternate account, TL. I'm not sure what that is. I meant the PS1 game. I'm in chat. Are you blind? Weird. I have a soundbar and subwoofer on my PC, so I heard it. Oh, you did? Okay. It's cool. It's cool. I liked it, and there was a I can even hear the melody that I would play on top of it, but I never finished it. It was one of those that I just never got around to finishing. But I like the way that sounds. It's very repetitive, and then all of a sudden it changes, and you're like, oh. So there you go. Never mind, swap from top chat to live chat, and it'll show up. Yeah. I'm a boomer when it comes to YouTube. Boomer. Back to Stream Talk. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know how many of you guys are fans of the 9 Inch Nails. Maybe you're just a fan of the first 8, but 9 Inch Nails is, yeah, it's kind of cool. But the 25th, 2 days ago, was the 30th anniversary of the release of the first single off of the Downward Spiral entitled March of the Pigs. And here are some pictures from the filming of that. And you got James Woolley, rest in peace, over there on the left on the keyboards. You got Chris Vrenna on drums. Trent Reznor, of course, in the center there. You got Danny Lohner on guitars. Trent being all out of focus and stuff. And then there's more. I just thought this was kind of neat that 9 Inch Nails put this out. Again, Chris Vrenna on drums, Robin Fink on guitars. There's James Woolley, Trent again, and then the director, Chris Peter Christopherson. They're talking to Trent there. Pretty cool. I just thought that was neat, and I wanted to share. So take that. Okay. So F bitches, you need to chill. And if you're, yeah, you need to chill out. Um, yeah. So there you go. Everybody, y'all chill. Everybody chill. I don't know why we keep getting like crazy stuff happening in chat, but that's not what I'm about. So y'all chill out. Nine Inch Nails in Fortnite. Yeah, that is pretty cool though. I gotta say. I'm just here for Rob. Well, TL, thank you. And I don't think that's true. The nails I work with are usually, I'm talking about that nobody wants you here, is what I'm saying. The nails I work with are usually just about 2 to 3 inches, not 9. Will Rob be at the Southern Cal Expo this summer? Ito, I'm not sure. I know that at one point, Billy and Jay were discussing whether or not they were going to be able to do cons this year, and that they were going to be doing a lot of stuff closer to home. But I don't know. I guess it's all dependent upon if they get an invite and if they are available. So I want the poster where you fly in the fire. Ito. Well, again, I'm sorry, Rob. I shouldn't have been so aggressive towards you. Well, I'll just say this: F bitches. Yeah, just chill, man. Keep it chill. That's what this stream is about. We're just keeping it chill here. So as long as you can keep it chill, we're all good. But yeah, the silly, it's so silly. Silly. Here's a little bit more news, because we're at 9:00 already. Can you believe it? The Ballerina movie, the spin-off of John Wick, has been moved from June 7th of this year to June 6th of next year. I find that kind of strange. I don't understand what's going on there. That seems like a long time to just, I don't know. But the Crow remake that is starring Bill Skarsgård is suddenly coming. It's going to be coming out on June 7th. So there. I thought that was TL's alt. I mean, it might be. I don't know. I can't see if it's somebody's alt or not, but all I know is alt or not, if y'all are just trying to be funny, that's fine, but keep it chill. I don't want to, just keep it chill. That's all I ask. But what's funny is today it came out that Bad Boys 4 is moving up from their original June 14th release date to June 7th. So they want to go up against The Crow, apparently. And I don't know about you, but I mean, like there's a lot of people that are looking forward to Bad Boys 4, okay? I'm not one of them. I never liked any of the Bad Boys movies. I didn't think they were funny. I didn't think they were that good. So I'm looking forward to The Crow. So I'm kind of curious if you guys are like, I mean, I don't know if they just think that they can beat them. So I don't know. I don't get it. But that happened today, apparently. So, can I legally sue my girlfriend for having a husband? I mean, I don't know if you have a case there. Just saying. Peppermint was already the female version of John Wick. It wasn't a bad movie. You know what's funny? I think my sister-in-law owns that movie, and because of the family whatever, I can just watch it. But I never watched it. I never watched it. But yeah, that's with I can't remember her name. She played Elektra in the Daredevil movie. Jennifer Garner. Jeez, took me a minute. But yeah, Jennifer Garner. I may have the power of the band hammer, but that doesn't mean I want to use it. I mean, right, Ricky? Okay. So TL and F bitches, just y'all chill. You're not adding to the conversation. You're just doing your own thing, and you can take it somewhere else. If y'all want to talk about stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the stream, y'all can you can do that. And if you're the same person, then you need to chill out. So there you go. We'll just time both of you out if we have to. I want to see The Crow. Hope it is good. Yeah, I mean Carbonite. The Crow movie is had so many different people attached to it over the years. I think it's been in development for like 10 years. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how what I think would be a lot of fun to see might be fun to see. It might be terrible. I mean, let's be honest, it could be terrible. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of back and forth. I mean, I think Luke Evans was there at one point. I don't know. Wasn't there was like a big guy. I can't remember who, but there was like somebody like a big guy that was attached to it at one point, and I was like, that doesn't seem to fit the whole thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. The Jennifer Garner, the next Karate Kid. Wait, Jennifer Garner was. Oh wait, the next Karate Kid was. I don't remember who that was. It wasn't Jennifer Garner though, was it? Give it a watch, Rob. If you like John Wick, then you'll enjoy it. Okay. What's that say? Arnold doesn't say chill. He says chill. I remember when Jason Momoa was going to be the Crow. Jason Momoa, maybe that's who I was thinking of. A big guy. That doesn't seem like that would fit the character, but what's this stream about? Are you going to start gaming soon? No, we talk movies and we just talk about things. It's a chill talking stream where we just talk about movies and games, and we talk about games every now and then. Talk about movies and streaming and books and things. So yeah. The next Karate Kid was Hilary Swank. That's who it was. There you go. Jumped right up on that car. Yeah. Yeah, I never watched. In fact, I don't even remember seeing Karate Kid 3. You know? So, I'm hoping they make Karate Kid -1, where Godzilla is the original Karate Kid. I mean, that's possible. Probably not, but all right. That would be a all right. Yep. Yep. So, I don't know what's going on there, but they need to chill out. So, chill out for 5 minutes. This is something that I posted on the Discord, and I just thought it was interesting, especially surrounding all of the creator talk lately. By the way, I think I've mentioned this before, maybe. But if you're subscribed to ILM on YouTube, they've been doing a bunch of behind the scenes of the creator, like making of special effects and stuff like that. And Gareth Edwards has been in these like one's like a 45-minute talk where they kind of break down what the thinking was in the way that they filmed it, and it was awesome. I have been really enjoying those because I like the creator. I think it's a fun movie, and I think it's a beautifully shot movie, and the way that they put it together is even more if you're a movie dork like me, you're like, oh man, this is really cool. Uh, but yeah, Gareth Edwards is going to do the new Jurassic World movie. And I'm kind of like, what? Okay, cool. I mean, I guess. Here's the thing. I haven't liked a Jurassic movie since 3. Like Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, the one that a lot of people don't like. But it was a short movie and it knew exactly what it was and it was fun. But Jurassic World was dumb. And I didn't watch the other two because the first one was so bad. I bought it and I was like, this movie's bad. I just don't like it. It's not for me. So yeah, I'm kind of curious what Gareth Edwards can do because the guy has an interesting visual style. And if the cinematographer that Gareth Edwards has been working with, Greg Fraser, who also did Dune Part 2, comes along for the ride, that could be interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Jurassic World. So, yeah. I still need to watch the Jurassic World trilogy. Yeah, see, the first one was, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Did not like it. We did the same thing at the same time. Oh, well, there you go. Good. Okay, my meeting is over and I'm mostly caught up, and JP3 was awesome. I love the Spinal Rex fight, and the Raptors seem so much more menacing. I enjoyed that movie. But Jurassic World with just holding up your hand, come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Didn't the director who did Society of the Snow do Jurassic World? Well, the first Jurassic World was... No. Because the Jurassic World movies was Gavin, or not Gavin, Trevorrow. Something... I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Let's see. Jurassic World. Dominion. Jurassic World. Original 2015. Colin Trevorrow. Fallen Kingdom. J.A. Bayona. And World Dominion was Colin Trevorrow. So unless J.A. Bayona did Society of the Snow, which I guess is possible. Yes, he did. Okay. So yes, J.A. Bayona, who I didn't watch that one because the first movie turned me off. So I've heard mostly negative about Jurassic World, but I heard the pet dino blue is sweet. I love my strawberry guava jackfruit juice, but that 7 milligram feels so strong I can't take huge vapes. Yeah, this is 3 milligram. So yeah. It's pretty good. It's going to be interesting once I move that over to a tank, if that's still going to be good or it's going to get worse. I don't know. I didn't like any of the Jurassic World movies, but I enjoy the original 3. Yeah, Ricky, I mean, of course, the first one's the best one, right? I think the third one is probably the next best, and the second one, The Lost World, is probably the worst of those 3. And then Jurassic World was way down. I really like J.A. Okay, I still need to see it. I actually liked the first Jurassic World movie. The second one was pretty good. The last one was only partly good. Yeah, after the first one, I was like, I felt like it was along those same lines as, Transformers, where it was just like, okay, this is not for me anymore. And there's too many good movies to watch. So I just never watched it. But also, I don't know, we were talking about Star Wars earlier. The Acolyte now has a tentative release date of June 5th. I'm excited. I have until May to watch Society of the Snow. Okay, I'll watch it. But The Acolyte, which is the new series, Star Wars series that takes place 100 years, I think. 100 years before the Phantom Menace. This could be really, really interesting. It's supposed to be about the Sith and stuff, but we haven't seen an official trailer for this yet. Now, out on the interwebs, there is a filmed trailer from Star Wars Celebration, I believe, where they showed some footage. But yeah, yeah, this sounds really interesting, and it's got I think it's got Carrie Ann Moss in it. The only other person that I remember off the top of my head is the main character in Squid Game, so the Korean actor. I mean, we don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows anything about it, but that is apparently when that's going to happen. So there you go. Michael, is it just Abels? Michael Abels has been tapped to compose the score. I don't know who that is. Oh, there you go. The cast includes Amandla Stenberg, Lee Jung Jae, which apparently is that guy, Carrie Ann Moss, and Rebecca Henderson. I don't know any of these people. So there you go. Ladder was such a dumb quote in that movie. What, Jurassic World? I don't know. As I said, I'm not a vapist, but I have friends that get those geek bars and whatnot, and sometimes I'll try it just for the flavors, and the agave flavor is quite lovely. Yeah, the problem with those is that the disposables, those are 50 milligrams of nicotine. 50. This is 3 milligram. Not a whole lot of nicotine. So yeah, those 50 milligram ones are they're too much for me. We can talk in person about it. And I don't know why I said interwebs. Maybe you were just telepathically sending that to me across the miles, Rachel. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But yes, when Retropalooza in Houston, yeah, we'll definitely chat about the Society in the Society of the Snow, Society in the Snow, of the Snow, of the Snow. Carrie Ann Moss, yes, Trinity from The Matrix will be in it. Now, is she going to be a Sith? That could be interesting. But who knows, man? We there's very, very little out there about this show. And all we know is that it's Sith based, I think. So it could be interesting. I feel like Star Wars has kind of fell down from grace. Well, you're not wrong. You are not wrong, because Star Wars is one of those things that kind of it does have its peaks and valleys. But for those of us who have, stormtrooper helmets in their bookcase, I'm always paying attention to Star Wars. And I'm always hoping for the best, but there's been some stinkers here and there. So, but yeah, I understand that. If you're a casual fan of Star Wars, then I totally get what you're saying. But that's why this show is like a news show. We're talking about the news. I'm excited and confused about Acolyte. I don't even know what genre of game it's going to be. Outlaw looks good. It's not a game. The Acolyte is a series on Disney Plus. No lightsabers, no force. I don't know if they can pull off another new Star Wars game that strays away from the lightsaber force wielder norm, like Star Wars Commando and Bounty Hunter. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. But that's the beauty of Star Wars, though, is it can be about anyone in the galaxy, and the Jedi are not the only people that you can write a story about. So, I mean, seriously, the idea, and of course this idea was scrapped, but it was the makers of Uncharted were going to do a smuggler game in the world of Star Wars. And I was like, give it to me now, because I love Uncharted. I think Uncharted is amazing. I think that would have been awesome. Let's see. Are you going to watch Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? If so, are you getting the Ghost Trap popcorn bucket? There's a Ghost Trap popcorn bucket? Ghost Trap popcorn bucket. Images. Well, considering I didn't get the Dune sandworm bucket, I mean, no. No. Like I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. It's just not my thing. But more for you. So you buy them all, Wraith. Another new Star Wars game that strays away from the lightsaber force wielder norm like Star Wars Commando. Oh, you already read that. Yes. I couldn't get through Ahsoka. Probably going to skip Acolyte. I understand that. Ahsoka was a lot slower than it needed to be. There were some really amazing moments, but I get it. Speaking of Star Wars, can you show that costume? What costume? What costume, Rachel? I'll be getting the remaster of Star Wars Battlefront. Anyone else? Yes. I love how you all are keeping Rob on. Well, I mean, can we just stop mentioning TL edits? Wait, Acolyte, isn't that what they announced at E3 like 5 years ago with the bald crackhead hitting on the drums? I swear that was a game. No, the Acolyte is a series. The one that you're thinking of is there was okay, that's not what I clicked. I thought I clicked that. Wasn't there it was a a studio that was that came under fire for some bad stuff that came out, and so things were delayed. I don't remember. Eclipse. That's it. Eclipse. Thank you. Yes, more for me. And AMC impresses me with all the movie buckets. I mean, it's cool, but it's just not for me. I don't care. Then they make Ghostbusters shoes. They made a lot of stuff. I like the popcorn bucket actually. I don't usually, but Slimer is pretty cool. Need that Battlefront remaster. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to play it again. That one I sent you a picture of. Oh. Yeah, this one. This was the apparently last year guy dressed up as Luke Skywalker as a Force ghost, and it just with the hose or whatever, and it's just apparently a bunch of people have been doing it, and yeah, I just think that's kind of neat. That's really cool. Let's see, wait. 100% getting Battlefront and playing with my bro. Heck yeah, man. I think it's going to be fun just to jump on and see what happens. Because I never played it online back then. And now I know there's a delay. Haha. Yes. Okay. Both of y'all need to just quit talking to each other. Okay? I'll time out both of you. It's getting ridiculous. Jeez. So get some nachos then. It's actually not delayed, I don't believe. Rob just tries his best to read everything, which is awesome. Yeah, I just try. Yeah, I get behind. Battlefront 2 remastered? What? With online play? Oh, heck yeah. Which maybe we should have talked about it. Battlefront Classic Collection. Yeah. So this is on Steam. It comes out March 13th. Like just a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's both of them. Pretty cool stuff. I'm excited to play it again. Because the thing was I tried to install it on my Steam Deck and it didn't work very well. So let's see. That looks cool though. I never played Battlefront Online. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I need to get it. How did I miss this? They just announced it the other day. It's going to be $30. That's it. That's nice. Nice. Not too bad considering it gets 4K updates to two games and online. Dude, I'm down. I'm down. Okay. Here's the Latin. Now I'm glad you guys are all chill now. But last week or the week before, we talked about Roadhouse and how the director said that he was going to skip the South by Southwest premiere. Well, Jake Gyllenhaal came out and said Amazon was always clear that Roadhouse was for streaming. So here's the thing. According to Variety, or Source, I think Variety said, Lyman, the director, Doug Lyman, Jake Gyllenhaal, and producer Joel Silver were given a choice. Make the film for $60 million and get a theatrical release, or take the $85 million and go streaming. They opted for the $85 million. So it was clear, according to Jake, it was clear from the beginning that, yeah, we're getting more money for the movie, but it's going direct to streaming. This is what he said. So, of course, like I said, Doug Lyman has been saying, oh, movies are for, I can't believe I made such a good movie. It tested well and all this stuff. And they're just going to put it on streaming. They're not even going to try to put it on, blah, blah, blah. It's premiering at South by Southwest. I'm not even going to go. Well, this is what he says. This is what Jake Gyllenhaal says. I adore Doug's tenacity, and I think he's advocating for filmmakers and film in the cinema and theatrical releases. But I mean, Amazon was always clear that it was streaming. I just want as many people to see it as possible, and I think we're living in a world that's changing in how we see and watch movies and how they're made. What's clear to me, and what I love so much, was his deep love for this movie and his pride of how much he cares for it, how good he feels it is, and how much people should see it. Sounds very diplomatic. I've also sat watching a film on my computer or in different places and been so profoundly moved. If the job of a story is to move people, I've been moved in both forms. I'm a deep lover of cinema and the theatrical release, but I also do really embrace the streaming world. Does that sound very like to me, that sounds, I mean, number one, Doug Lyman, if that's all true and they got more money, right? If they got more money and he knew that, then I don't know why he's acting like this. I mean, if he wants to say, look, all I'm trying to do is say, we made a good movie, let's get it out in theaters, makes sense. But why are you lying about this? Because he's saying that Amazon all along said, oh yeah, we're going to put this in theaters, which is clearly not true. So I don't know. But Jake Gyllenhaal basically is like, hey, I don't want to piss anybody off. I appreciate Doug Lyman's tenacity and all this stuff, but yeah, I like streaming. Give me money to make movies on streaming, please. That's basically what I hear. But anyway, there you go. So yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I thought I should tell you. So there you go. Anything cheaper than the modern $75 is great. Yeah, exactly. Do I listen to Metallica? I mean, from time to time. It's not my genre of choice. But then again, I'm getting to be an old man now. That's not really true. I don't feel old. I really don't feel old most days. But I feel like my sensibilities are more... I like some of my favorite music to listen to just chill to is like, what do you call that? What do you call it? Like 80s synth stuff, modern made synthwave. Thank you. I love synthwave. I listen to that all the time, and I'll put it on a chill station. And if I find a song that I'm like, oh man, I really like the way that guy's doing that, this person is doing that or whatever, I'll look them up and start listening to some of their music, and then add a bunch of them to my Apple Music library because I'm an Apple guy. My whole family's Apple. So, but yeah, European synthwave. See, I'm not sure if I know the difference. I just listen to a bunch of different stuff, and if it grabs me, then it grabs me. Have you ever got a video taken down because it got reported for misinformation? No, because I don't do that. I don't try to misinform. I mean, what would I misinform about? I talk about movies and TV shows and streaming and stuff. So yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised I haven't because of the vaping stuff. Because vaping, YouTube does not like vaping so much that I made this so that I could vape without you guys seeing. But yeah. Do you think Star Wars Battlefront Remaster will have Conquest? It is sad they couldn't do it Conquest in the new game, so they gave up and just said, "Here you go." Well, I mean, the thing is about the recent Battlefront games is that, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but they came out with the loot boxes and crap at the beginning, and people just yeah, it just it killed the game. But yeah, I don't know. Rob got a video taken down for misinformation for saying Dune didn't make him fall asleep. I keep reporting, Rob, but YouTube does nothing. Don't tell Rob. You typed it in the chat, but no. How does that there mic vapes do with the vaping? Yeah. Wait a minute. How does that there mic vapes do with the vaping? Yeah. What? I'm not sure. What are you talking about? Oh, I know, but there for a while I kept getting not strikes, but they're what do you call it? It's something about like, we're not going to put ads on this basically because of something, and because of something that was said or something. I don't know what it was. So there you go. There's a video of me talking about why Star Wars is overrated, but Star Wars fans are effed up. I was not making misinformation. I was just saying my thoughts. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why that would happen, but I mean, opinions are opinions. YouTube hates vaping, but how does Mike Vapes do it unless he gets notifications all the time? Well, but he probably has taken, that's why he has a Patreon, is because he's probably turned it off to where it's, number one, it's not child friendly or whatever, which I've marked mine that way too. But also he probably just turns off ads, period. And so he doesn't get, unless he breaks YouTube's rules, something bigger than just, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Demonetize? Well, it's not demonetized. He's turned off monetization on his channel so that he can vape as much as he wants, and he doesn't have to worry about them going, well, this isn't suitable or whatever, Demon titties. I also have a Star Wars picture to piss off Star Wars fans. I mean, some Star Wars fans, sure. I was going to show you a picture. That's interesting. I don't know if Christian's still here. Wow. Well, I mean, that's their thing, I guess. The thumbs up help Robbie. Give him a thumbs up. Haven't seen Nightbot tonight. Oh, Nightbot's here. Nightbot's definitely here. What was I gonna Thanks, Caleb. I don't know what you did, but thanks. Yeah, you seem to be purposefully trying to talk about things that we don't talk about that stuff. You're going off in a different direction. If you want to talk about this stuff, you can go somewhere else, but not here. YouTube can still put ads on videos even without the creator's approval as well. Oh, that's absolutely true. But they don't get paid for it either. If you haven't heard about the Willy Wonka experience story in Glasgow, check it out. What is that? Oops. Damn it. What was I bringing up? Oh, it was this. friend of mine sent me this earlier, and it made me laugh. So there you go. Yeah, pretty funny. Uh, a Willy Wonka inspired experience scam was so bad that people called the cops. Leaves children in tears. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look this up. Let's look this up here. Oh my god. It looks like a meth lab. What was billed as an immersive experience seemingly inspired by Willy Wonka movies turned into the Fry Fest of unofficial movie tie-ins. An immersive experience that promised to transport Willy Wonka fans into a magical realm has turned out to be such an epic letdown that customers called the police and compared the attraction to a meth lab. The UK event was titled Willy's Chocolate Experience and charged customers $44 each. The attraction was not affiliated with the movie Wonka, though the event's marketing came as close as possible to suggesting it was based on author Roald Dahl's creation. Ad copy invited fans to journey to a universe where confectionery dreams are brought to life, including mind-expanding projections, optical marvels, and exhibits that transport you into the realm of creativity and wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. Apparently, this was sold as a live Willy Wonka experience, but they used AI images on the website to sell tickets, and then people showed up and saw this, and it got so bad, people called the cops. Okay, that's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yoke titties. I don't know how people fell for the. Yeah, I don't either. Willie's fingers are all globbed up too. They used incredible CGI photos for the ads and delivered a high school play looking experience. That's crazy. Maybe the art I saw wasn't for it then, because the one I saw, his fingers looked like melted Twizzlers. Ugh. I mean, they have the budget now. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Christian. Not sure what you're talking about. But anyway. Well, because you keep bringing up stuff that we don't talk about on this channel. So you need to chill out and maybe, I don't know, step away from the keyboard, because, you know, when you start to make me mad, then I'm just going to ban you. So you need to chill and just not type for a while. Gotcha? Gotcha. Because that's twice you've been banned now. Or timed out. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. But no, this is a chill place, man. And we just don't talk about that stuff. We talk about movies and whatever people got going on. Exactly. Not hard to be polite. I'm liking this. But honestly, guys, I'm gonna get off here because it's time to get back to writing. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. But I got to do some more writing. Time for the draft. Well, I mean, it's more about we were talking some things over yesterday, and I'm going to do an alternate version for them. So, know what I'm saying? So I got to do some writing. But yeah, totally drama-free zone, dude. Am I writing a book, a screenplay? A movie. Writing a movie. So, have a good night, Rob and chat. See you next time, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for picking a great freaking liquid. And yeah, what kind of screenplay? Well, Shozama. You know the Adventures in Game Chasing movie? Yeah, I helped work on that. with Dave and Billy and Jay and all those guys. We're doing another one, and it's not a sequel, but it's gonna be related. So it's gonna be fun. So yeah, have a good writing flow, yo. Rachel, thank you. TL, thank you. Bucho, F bitches, Carbonite, Ito. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the support. And, hey, maybe go see Dune Part 2 this weekend because it's awesome and I want more. And I think Denis Villeneuve needs like all the monies. Give Dune 2 all the monies. But anyway, when's next stream? Next Tuesday. For sure. For sure. More of a Billy focused movie? No. Maybe a little bit of Jay? A little bit? No, you hang up first. Okay. Bye, guys.